Live on Twitch, getting ready to go with the Deathmatch Show 2 at Fire Pro Wrestling World on PlayStation 4. Let's see if I can't share this with other people and get this, maybe get some people in here. Share the link here in a second. I see I've got somebody here already. Alright. Waiting for possibly many people to join. Alright. So as you can see, we've got a tournament of 32 wrestlers in a deathmatch style tournament. It is a barbed wire landmine deathmatch. And the winner of this tournament will also face That Wrestling Show Deathmatch champion, Atsushi Onita. So the winner of this tournament faces Onita. As you can see, we've got our tournament bracket: Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk, Raven versus Tommy Dreamer, Sabu versus the Sandman, Jun Kasai versus Masashi Takeda, Matt Tremont versus Nick Gage, Abdullah Kobayashi versus Abdullah the Butcher, New Jack versus Violento Jack, Mr. Ganosuke versus Tarzan Goto, John Moxley versus Bonesaw is ready. That's right, Bonesaw McGraw, star Spider-Man. Joey Janela, the bad boy, takes on Steve Arndt. Hagano versus Masato Tanaka, Rhino versus Schlack, Alex Colon versus Ryuji Ito, the Deathmatch Dragon, Ricky Shane Page versus Mance Warner, baby, I poke God, Asami Kodaka versus Takashi Sasaki, Arrow Boy versus Drew Parker. So those are your matchups in the first round of the tournament. And as you can tell, I'm kind of stalling right now. I've only got one person in here watching this, sadly. So, alright. Let's get this going. By the way, this is under 150 speed, so we're going to be moving a little faster. Also, I turned a rope break off because I figured, like, why would there be a rope break in a death match? So here we go, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, classic matchup here between two deathmatch legends. These two, of course, wrestled each other in Kawasaki Stadium in the 90s. And right away, Cactus Jack is sent into the barbed wire and landmines. Everybody remembers that match from Kawasaki Stadium between Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. That match, of course, was on an Insane Clown Posse video called Stranglemania, where they did commentary over the match. But it was a bigger part of a deathmatch tournament in Kawasaki Stadium featuring Cactus Jack and Terry Funk. Oh, look at that stunner by Terry Funk. Oh, hell yeah. And these two are slugging it out now. And the Funker gets the better of it. He's got the equalizer, the sledgehammer. It's Triple H's weapon. Uh-oh, Jack's got that light too. Oh, smashes it over Funk's head. Rain Buster. And now Funk with another baseball bat. Went for a pile driver. Just got backdropped into the landmines. Good God. And now it looks like Funk's got some color as well. Wait, no. He might not be bleeding. DDT out of nowhere. That could be it. Cover. No. There's a Hangman's neckbreaker by Funk. Shoots him off. Hits him with a clothesline. Brainbuster by Cactus Jack. Funk out on his feet, but counters into a Russian leg sweep. I think he keeps trying to go to the top rope, but that board's in the way. A high knee by Cactus Jack as he grabs a bat. Funk fights back. Back elbow by Jack, but a neckbreaker by Funk. Cactus with the bat, and another neckbreaker by Funk. Ooh, into the light tubes goes Cactus Jack, or rather, Terry Funk. There it is, that Foley pile driver. Did not go for a cover though. Surprisingly. No time limit in these matches, by the way, in case you're wondering. Sledgehammer to the back of the skull. Rain Buster again by Funk. There it is, the Funk famous spinning toe hold. But Cactus Jack's not giving it up. Double underhook suplex. Old Terra Funk swinging for the fences right there. That was the stroke, Daddy. J-E-double-F, J-E-double-R-E-double-T. Jeff Jarrett. Who I couldn't pay enough to be in a death match. Imagine Jeff Jarrett in a death match. That'd be something. Oh! Taste the light tubes. The Cactus Jack's into the barbed wire and landmines. Probably gotten the worst of it. Oh, there's the stunner again. Give me a hell yeah. Texas pile driver. And that may be it. Cactus Jack may have broken his neck, but Cactus Jack not willing to capitulate. Willing to give it up. The old Manhattan drop. Funker off the ropes. Caught him at the DDT. And then a back body drop. All Terry Funk right now is he's taking it to Cactus Jack. As soon as I say that, Jack fights back. Trying to catch his breath now. These two have been going at it intensely. Funk grabs a light tube on the board. And then it's a stab at Cactus Jack, the Cactus Jack with the pile driver. Now he's got the tube and smashes it over the skull of Terry Funk. Funk with a clothesline. There it is again. Cactus Jack, he's got all the stroke around here. But Terry Funk fights back with that double underhook suplex. There it is, the double RDT. Is that it? Did Cactus Jack advance? No! Terry Funk kicks out of the double RDT. Texas pile driver by Terry Funk. Is Funk gonna win it? No! Both men kicking out of the other's finisher. This is only the first match. And this is intense. Oh, he ducked it. He went for that DDT, but Cactus Jack was able to counter. Jack is kind of trying to regain his breath, but Cactus Jack, he taps out. Cactus Jack gave up. Terry Funk wins. What a surprising ending to that match. Cactus Jack giving it up. 98%. Terry Funk is your winner. And Terry Funk is moving on. Just to be sure, we're going to save here. I mean, we hope the game doesn't crash or anything, but you never know. Raven versus Tommy Dreamer is up next. Classic ECW rivalry right here. These two just not wasting any time slugging it out. Picking up right where they left off. All those years ago. Nice reversal out of the Irish Whip. Another drop toe from Raven. If there was a chair there, that would have been perfect. Well, I thought maybe Tommy was going to grab that barbed wire bat. We've got a barbed wire bat in the ring. Several weapons down there. We've got a sledgehammer. We've got a broken piece of a table. We've got light tubes. We've got bats. We've got a kendo stick. Of course, those fluorescent bulbs in the corner. And you can actually pick those up and off the board and use those as a weapon as well. That's a nice feature they added to the game. Dreamer's got a board, but Raven with the rake to the eyes. Into the light tubes goes Raven. Puts on the brakes. Yeah, this is just a slugfest right now. Oh, Raven's got the barbed wire bat, but thinks better of it. Grabs Dreamer in the back with it. But Raven and Dreamer had a classic rivalry in ECW. Of course, Dreamer never being able to pin Raven until 1997, right before Raven left for WCW. Of course, we know Raven's WCW run wasn't all that great. There's a DDT. Oh, a 2.9. That was close. And the referee's hand was coming down for the 3. Raven just able to kick out. Flying shoulder tackle by Raven. Raven, of course, would return to ECW in 1999, where he would team with Dreamer to win the ECW Tag Team titles from the Dudley Boys, who were on their way out the door, as Raven just got body slammed into that barbed wire and landmines. And now Dreamer tastes the landmine, barbed wire, board combination. Oh, just smashes that light tube across his chest, and now he's got the kendo stick. Or as they called it in ECW, the Singapore cane. Oh, there it is! The even flow. Is that it? No! Dreamer kicks out of the even flow. Breaker by Raven, he says that's it. But Dreamer with the DDT. Is that enough? No! A big time kick out again from Raven. Oh, Raven hits the Raven pose, if you will. Death Valley Driver, aka Spicoli Driver, hooks the leg and he got him. Tommy Dreamer does the impossible and pins Raven. Okay, I'm gonna press start. He's stuck in that pinning animation. Dreamer with the Spicoli Driver, Death Valley Bomb wins at 11 minutes 43 seconds over Raven. So it's going to be Dreamer versus Funk in round number 2. How about that for a match? Gonna save this one. And we round out the ECW matches, if you will, with Sabu taking on the Sandman. Another classic ECW rivalry here. Sabu and Sandman also fought in a Stairway to Hell match in ECW. If you don't know what a Stairway to Hell match is, it's a ladder match where above the ring there is a strand of barbed wire. And of course, you climb the ladder, grab the barbed wire, use it on your opponent as a weapon. Sabu and Sandman have rivalry in ECW. Both these men ECW champion. Actually, Sandman has the most reigns as ECW champion in ECW history. There's some factoids there for you. And if you were around to watch the first That Deathmatch show stream, you will know that Sabu actually won the tournament last time. And the winner of the inaugural tournament was the Deathmatch champion. So Sabu was the Deathmatch champion. Lost that title, however, to Atsushi Onita in a singles deathmatch. The deathmatch title was on the line. So Sabu coming into this match as a former winner of this tournament, but also the former champion. You know he wants to win this tournament, get that belt back from Onita. Oh, by the way, Sandman, cigarette in his mouth. In case you were wondering, he is wrestling with a cigarette in his mouth. And we got a 2 count by the Russian leg sweep. Ooh, 2.9. Sabu nearly eliminated from the tournament in the first round. Again, considering Sabu won this tournament, that would be an upset. The Sabu pose and then the backslide. Did he get him? No. Backdrop driver. It's the Sabu pose. Sabu's uncle, of course, the original Sheik, also no stranger to this kind of hardcore wrestling. Sabu, also a madman who wrestled in FMW in the 90s in Japan, before becoming a staple in ECW. And a 2.9 out of the White Russian leg sweep. Blocks the dropkick by Sandman. There's the DDT from Sandman. He grabs the light tube. Danny switch, but a counter by Sandman. Short clothesline by the Sandman. With a haymaker. His offense would be, as JR calls it, bowling shoe ugly. Bowling shoe ugly, if you will. And then into the barbed wire and landmines. On the outside of the ring goes Sabu, and now Sabu is a bloody mess. Discus lariat by the Sandman. He has that chair. Pulling pile driver by Sabu. There it is, the camel clutch. Will he break his back? Will he make him humble? No. Sandman says he's not willing to be humbled and smashes him over the head with a chair. He goes into the light tubes, and now Sabu's got that chair. Swings wildly and misses. Jabbed him right in the kidneys with that chair, and again. And now Sandman's got that board, and he's going to town. Oh no, the referee gets bumped. The referee is down, and Sandman grabs that barbed wire bat. And now our referee, Frank Atsushi, is busted open. Oh, I think that last shot with the barbed wire bat opened up the Sandman pretty good. Reverse DDT by Sandman. Or sorry, Sabu rather. Rake to the eyes from Sandman and a pile driver. He's got that light tube, smashes it over the head of Sabu. Suplexes him out of the ring into the landmines. Oh my god! You knew I had to do one of those. At some point. Oh man. Oh, there's a low blow, perfectly legal in this match. Sabu taking Sandman to Dick Kick City, if you will. Right Russian leg sweep, but Sabu no-sells that shit. He's like, I'm not going to sell for your finish. Sandman's like, okay, I'll just smash you in the head with a bat then. The fans don't like the Sandman as they are booing. They want Sabu to win this thing. Into the landmines goes the Sandman. White Russian leg sweep again, and Sabu. I thought that might have been it. But Sabu's showing his resiliency. Kicks out. Is that enough? No! 2.999. The crowd's on fire for this match. Is that enough? No! Sabu again kicks out at 2.9. These guys have worked the crowd into a frenzy here. Sabu and Sandman putting on a deathmatch classic here. Swings wildly, but misses with that light tube. I think he's mad there's no kendo stick or Singapore cane in here. Weapons are randomly generated in the game, by the way. I don't get to pick what the weapons are on the ground. The game just picks what they are. Unfortunately, because of Sandman's match, they did not pick the Singapore cane or the kendo stick. It was in the last match, Dreamer and Raven, of course, but not here with the Sandman, unfortunately. Wow, what a lariat by Sabu, turning Sandman inside out. Sabu's got that baseball bat like he's playing for the Detroit Tigers. Backslide, and he got him. Sabu wins it. He moves on. It wasn't easy, but Sabu defeats the Sandman 26-52 with the old backslide, 97%. They didn't give that 100. Come on. It's 3 points. Percentage points. Come on, crowd. Alright, so Sabu advances. He will face the winner of the next match in our top half of the bracket. It is Jun Kasai versus Masashi Takeda. The crazy monkey, Jun Kasai, versus the crazy kid, Takashi Sakeda. Of course, Jun Kasai is Takashi Sakeda's mentor, so this is mentor versus mentee here. And right away, it didn't take long for Takeda to get busted open. Did I call him Sakeda? I meant Takeda earlier. But anyway, it didn't take long for Takeda to get busted open. But Jun Kasai, big part of course, the Freedoms promotion in Japan. Masashi Takeda wrestles for Freedoms, but also big part of BJW, Big Japan Pro Wrestling as well. He's been the BJW Deathmatch champion there. Both these men competing in the first That Deathmatch Show tournament. They did not win, of course. Sabu was the winner. But they're looking to win this one. Win this match, go on to face Sabu, and defeat Sabu in the second round. We're only 5 minutes into this thing, both men bleeding already. Beautiful German suplex with a bridge by Takeda. Hey, listen, Takeda may be a deathmatch guy. What a combo, by the way, by Jun Kasai right there. Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, Takeda may be a deathmatch guy, but this guy can wrestle. He's also a former mixed martial artist. Or believe me, look up his record in MMA. MMA fighter turned deathmatch wrestler. Snapdragon suplex by Takeda. And Takeda goes into the barbed wire and landmines. Lifting DDT, is that enough to... No! Takeda out at 2.9. Takeda's got that chair. Wait, no. Running knee strike from Takeda. There's the Olympic slam. And a spear. Nice combination. Planted him into the canvas. Is that enough? No. Kasai kicks out a soul butt. Elbow from Takeda. Elbow from Kasai. Kasai with forearms. And a brain buster. Fisherman suplex with a bridge. No. There's a headbutt to the groin. Nothing fancy about that. But extremely effective. Lariat and a drop kick. Swings with the chair and misses. Soul butt from Jun Kasai. Forearms from Takeda and a drop kick. Kasai getting to the DDT. Is that it? No. 2.9. Takeda, you can tell he's breathing heavy in this match. He is feeling the effects of this one. Snapdragon by Takeda. Repeated knees to the midsection. Trying to take the wind out of Jun Kasai there. Jun Kasai with the elevated DDT, but Takeda's the first man to his feet. Leaping Enziguri right there. And Kasai swinging away for that piece of table, I guess, broken board, whatever you want to call it. Could be a door. There's that DDT he likes to use. No! An elevated reverse DDT he likes to use it. Good old Young Lion special right there. The Boston Crab gets the submission. Jun Kasai wins it. So the second submission win we've had so far in this one. Jun Kasai beats Masashi Takeda by submission, 16 minutes, 24 seconds with the Boston Crab. So it's going to be Jun Kasai and Sabu in round number 2. That rhymed. How about that? Alright, that's the bottom, that's the top half of the bracket, rather. Moving on, we've got another classic death match here. Matt Tremont, the Bulldozer, taking on Nick effin' Gage. The king, the god of this shit, MDK all fucking day. Nick fucking Gage. The Bulldozer, Matt Tremont. These two have had some classic death matches over the years. Matt Tremont, of course, announcing his retirement. Earlier this year, had his final match a couple of weeks ago against Ricky Shane Page. If you haven't seen that match yet, you can go on IWTV and check that out. Of course, Matt Tremont also owns his own promotion called H2O, the Hardcore Hustle Organization. He started that with his friend Danny Havoc, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year in 2020. Tremont with the fork, stabbing it into the head of Nick Gage. He didn't waste any time. Of course, everybody who knows deathmatch wrestling in America knows Nick Gage. One of the most popular deathmatch wrestlers ever. He was a staple of CZW back in the day. Of course, left CZW and joined Game Changer Wrestling GCW, where he was the GCW champion. Has won several deathmatch tournaments before. He's won all the big ones. The IWA Mid-South King of the Deathmatch tournament. The CZW Tournament of Death. The GCW Tournament of Survival. There's a deathmatch tournament. Nick Gage has been in it, and he's won it. Unfortunately, Nick Gage has recently injured his ankle. That was back in, I want to say July or August. It's during the summer he injured his ankle. He's been out for a while now. Brain Buster and a 2.9. As far as I know, he is pretty close to coming back soon. But an interesting bit of trivia. Had Nick Gage not injured his ankle, he was scheduled to be in the AEW Double or Nothing Casino, actually AEW All Out Casino Battle Royale. If you're just tuning in, it's Nick Gage versus Matt Tremont here. I believe this is the 6th match of the tournament so far. Already we've had Terry Funk defeat Cactus Jack. There's the choke breaker. 2 and a 2.9. Tremont kicks out. We've had Terry Funk defeat Cactus Jack. We've had Tommy Dreamer defeat Raven. Sabu defeated the Sandman. Jude Kasai defeated Masashi Takeda. So I think this is actually match number 5. Both men collide and they go down. Combination of punches by the Bulldozer. Tremont is wearing out Nick Gage with that bat. But a brain buster by Gage and a cover. 2 and he got him. Nick Gage is moving on. %, Nick Gage wins it over Matt Tremont. Yeah, I was right. Earlier we had Terry Funk over Cactus Jack, Dreamer over Raven, Sabu over the Sandman, Jun Kasai over Masashi Takeda. So that was match number 5, Nick Gage over Tremont. We are now moving on to match number 6. This is the Battle of the Abdullahs. It's Abdullah Kobayashi versus Abdullah the Butcher. If you're just tuning in, we are on match number 6 of this deathmatch tournament to review Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack. Terry Funk wins it. Dreamer over Raven. Sabu over the Sandman. Jun Kasai over Masashi Takeda. And we just saw Nick Gage defeat the Bulldozer Matt Tremont. Up next is the Battle of the Abdullahs. And a load screen. Alright, here we go. Abdullah Kobayashi versus Abdullah the Butcher. The madman from the Sudan, if you will. Abdullah Kobayashi in the blue, Abdullah the Butcher in the black. I mean, if you don't know what Abdullah the Butcher is, who Abdullah the Butcher is, or what he looks like, come on now. Abdullah Kobayashi was the first one to use a fork, and Abdullah, no surprise, already busted open. Abdullah the Butcher, that is. Kobayashi, mainstay in Big Japan Pro Wrestling, BJW, where he is, I believe, the current Deathmatch champion. There's a big headbutt, not even a 1 count. Abdullah the Butcher, been around for many, many years. Also known as one of the pioneers of hardcore wrestling. Has had matches with the likes of Bruiser Brody. He's been in there with guys like Cactus Jack. He's inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, surprisingly. Despite the fact that he never wrestled a single match in WWF or WWE throughout his wrestling career. Wow, Kobayashi went over Abdullah the Butcher. That was impressive. An STF applied by Kobayashi to the Butcher. That was very impressive, I gotta say. You can see those scars on the forehead of Abdullah the Butcher. That scar tissue. With a camel clutch. Kobayashi had that sledgehammer in his hand. Headlock takeover by the Butcher rather. And now he's got the fork and he opens Kobayashi up. And now he's biting the man. He's tearing the flesh. Abdullah did not eat before this match, so I heard that he was hungry. Samoan drops him out of the ring into the landmine barbed wire. There it is, the running elbow drop and a 2.9. Kobayashi kicked out. We're 10 minutes into this thing, both guys bleeding all over the place. Just a 1 count. What is it going to take to keep the Butcher down? Fans letting Abdullah the Butcher have it. The Butcher wins that strike battle. Suplexes him out of the ring into the landmine barbed wire board. Abdullah going to town with that chair. Thrust to the throat and a cover and a 2 count. And the offense in this match, it ain't going to be pretty. We've already seen that. And again with that fork. And a 3rd time in a row, Kobayashi repeatedly stabbing Abdullah the Butcher in the forehead. Abdullah decides to grab a light tube. Abdullah sent to the light tubes. There's a release tiger suplex. That was probably the first technical move we've seen in this match. Pile driver. And now he hits the elbow drop. No! Abdullah's like, you can't beat me with my own move, son. Dropped him on his head with that reverse pile driver, got a 2.9. He's going for a power bomb or a pile driver, gets countered into a back body drop by the Butcher. There's that pile driver. I don't know what Kobayashi's thinking here. Shining Wizard by Kobayashi, but he can't capitalize. Both men taking a lot of punishment in this match. And now the Butcher with his fork. And no, I'm not talking about Andy Williams. Pile driver by Abdullah the Butcher. And he got the critical. There's only a 1 count, but he's out. A referee calls for the bell. We get our first critical of the tournament as Abdullah the Butcher knocks Abdullah Kobayashi out. In the words of Smokey from Friday, you got knocked the fuck out! Abdullah the Butcher defeats Abdullah Kobayashi by knockout, 84%, 20 minutes, 26 seconds. So in the battle of the Abdullahs, Abdullah the Butcher moves on. Our next matchup, it's New Jack, the notorious 187, taking on Violento Jack. The Battle of the Jacks. Of course, everyone knows the notorious 187 homicide, but they also know New Jack. Is the one who popularized that phrase. And New Jack actually has performed a homicide. Or at least attempted homicide. Oh man, he tried to kill Vic Grimes. If you have not watched that Dark Side of the Ring episode on New Jack yet, well, you probably should. But we've also got Violento Jack in there, Mexican deathmatch wrestler. Wrestles for the DTU deathmatch promotion in Mexico, also wrestles in Japan. For the Freedoms promotion over there. Package pile driver by Violento Jack, cover on New Jack, and a 2.9 as New Jack kicks out. Violento Jack's got a kendo stick, but what to do? Power bomb. New Jack with the shoulder block. 10 minutes gone in this one. He sends his Violento Jack sends New Jack into the light. Belly to belly suplex from New Jack and a 2 count only. New Jack's probably wondering where his guitar is, filled with talcum powder, I assume. Everybody knows New Jack loved to come out to the ring, usually with a shopping cart full of weapons or a garbage can. He'd have some interesting weapons in there from time to time. Wow, he got him. Did not expect that. That was rather abrupt. Violento Jack knocks off New Jack. With the package pile driver 1225, 89%. So in the Battle of the Jacks, Violento Jack is victorious. I didn't even get to finish what I was going to say about New Jack. He used to come to the ring with a garbage can or a shopping cart full of weapons. Had some interesting weapons in there from time to time. Stuff like a stop sign, vacuum cleaners, Nintendo entertainment systems, golf clubs, you know, whatever he could find. He loved to use the staple gun, and of course came out to his entrance theme, Natural Born Killers, Snoop Dogg song, and the song would play throughout his entire match. But next we've got an FMW matchup, Mr. Ganosuke versus Tarzan Goto. Mr. Ganosuke and Tarzan Goto, big part of the FMW promotion in the 90s. FMW, known for their deathmatch wrestling in Japan, was basically a precursor to your current day deathmatch wrestling. I mean, they weren't the only deathmatch promotion in the 90s, but there you had FMW, you had IWA Japan, who would also engage in deathmatch wrestling. Of course, Tarzan Goto was one of the earliest members of the FMW roster alongside Onita. Mr. Ganosuke would have a rivalry with Hayabusa. And would also be a member of a very popular, well-known stable in FMW, Team No Respect. But yeah, FMW, one of those early deathmatch promotions. FMW also had a working relationship with ECW here in the United States. Nice pinning combination. I got a 2 count out of that. Ganosuke with a kendo stick. Goto with a Samoan drop. Goto sends Ganosuke into the barbed wire landmines. Oh, he ran himself into the light tubes. Cross arm choke right there in the middle of the ring from Ganosuke. Jumping high kick from Goto. Inverted atomic drop, got a 2 count. Face buster by Tarzan. Jumping high kick. I think that was Tarzan with the pin on Goto there, or Ganosuke rather. It was hard to tell who was pinning who in that combination, if we're being honest here. Lariat and a 2 count from Tarzan. Gets planted. 2, no. And Tarzan sent into the landmines and barbed wire on the floor. See the scars. Deathmatch battles on Goto as Tarzan Goto gets the pin and the win over Mr. Ganosuke. Get that man a towel. His eyes are covered in blood. Tarzan Goto gets the win with his finish there, which unfortunately with this edit it's in Japanese, so I can't tell you the name. But Tarzan Goto defeats Mr. Ganosuke in our FMW match. And if you're just tuning in, to recap very quickly, so far we've had Terry Funk defeat Cactus Jack, Tommy Dreamer defeated Raven, Sabu defeated the Sandman, Jun Kasai defeats Masashi Takeda, Nick Gage defeats Matt Tremont, Abdullah the Butcher beats Abdullah Kobayashi, Violento Jack over New Jack, and we just had Tarzan Goto defeat Mr. Ganosuke. Next up, we've got Jon Moxley versus, yes, you read that right, Bonesaw McGraw himself. Bonesaw is ready, and so am I. Dig it! Here we go, the AEW World Champion, the IWGP United States Champion, Jon Moxley. Wrestling superstar, if you will. Taking on the superstar of Spider-Man, Bonesaw McGraw. By the way, I'm pretty proud to show off this Bonesaw McGraw edit. I've been working on it in preparation for this death match. I really like the way that it turned out. Because I went on the old website to look for a Bonesaw McGraw edit, and I did not like any of them. I was like, I don't like any of these. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make my own. So I made my own. But right now, Bonesaw McGraw is just getting destroyed by Jon Moxley here. Jon Moxley knows a thing or two about death matches. What a combination by Bonesaw. Ooh, yeah! But You know, Bonesaw McGraw, he was in that steel cage match with the human spider. And, you know, this match is over 7 minutes now. He's not used to going more than 3 minutes. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of plate time. Oh, man. Oh, no, the Bulldog choke by Jon Moxley. You've seen him use this move to put away several opponents in AEW recent memory. But is there a better wrestler cameo in a movie than Macho Man Randy Savage with Bonesaw McGraw? I mean, I don't think you could have picked a better guy to be in that movie. And look at this, the hockey punches. I don't think Hulk Hogan would have been good in that spot. I mean, you could have used anybody in that spot, any wrestler. This was like 2000 when this movie came out. So you had, you know, Macho Man. Oh, there's the paradigm shift to no. You could have went with Hulk Hogan. You could have went with Roddy Piper. You could have went with any wrestler. There's a hook and ladder and a hook of the leg, 2 and no. Instead, they went with the Macho Man Randy Savage. And there it is, the paradigm shift. Jon Moxley defeats Bonesaw McGraw. So unfortunately, Bonesaw loses this match. The elevated paradigm shift, 12 minutes, 30 seconds. Jon Moxley over Bonesaw McGraw, 93%. And Jon Moxley is moving on. Next up, we've got the bad boy Joey Janela taking on Fish Sticks himself, Steve Arnett. We know Joey Janela kind of made his name off of a death match that he had years ago with John Zandig. When John Zandig threw him off a roof. Threw him off of a roof into a truck bed. Covered in all kinds of fuckery, if you will. And that is what got Joey Janela noticed. Oh no, the testicular claw. That is a submission move in this game, by the way. The testicular claw. I mean, if you want to get a man to give up, I guess there's no better way than crushing his testicles. And Steve Arnett into the barbed wire landmine boards on the outside of the ring. Reverse neckbreaker by Janela into the figure 4. Woo! Yeah, but after Janela's viral video with Zandig, he translated that into quite a career as, you know, he started the Joey Janela Spring Break events. That got a lot of buzz. Still going on, of course, to this day. We had Joey Janela Spring Break 4 this year. Eventually started getting booked on more promotions like PWG, AAW, Evolve, MLW. And then he got picked up by All Elite Wrestling in January of last year. The guy went from delivering pizzas and doing shindies. Package pile driver, by the way. Went from delivering pizzas and doing shindies to being on television on TNT. So I would say Joey Janela has made out pretty well in his wrestling career. Now we put Joey Janela over. Super kick on Steve Aaron and a 2 count. Steve Aaron's got that kendo stick. There's a spear. That's his finish. 2 and no. Janela kicks out. He wants to hear it from the crowd, brother. Another spear. Is that it? 2 and no. Death Valley driver by Janela. Reverse neckbreaker. Oh no, the testicular claw. Is he going to give it up? Janela not willing to tap out. You know, Brandy Loren is probably watching the match concerned for Janela's genitalia. Hooks the leg, 2 and no. 2.9 kick out from Janela. Lariat turns him inside out. He's hulking up, Jess. He got a bicycle, did Janela. How'd he get a bicycle in this arena? Janela gives him the 2-finger salute. But Aaron with the spear hooks the leg, 2 and no. Again, Janela refusing to give up. 2.9. It's the power of fish sticks mania, brother. It's running wild. No. Janela showing his tenacity, his heart. The bad boy is all heart. Yeah, that's right. I used Johnny Gargano's catchphrase. And he's not using it anymore, so whatever. Well, he went for the rolling elbow, but they collided. They knocked heads. You know, with the DVD. Just a back fist. Lariat by Janela. Countered by Aaron. And now he's going for the dreaded sushi roll. Here it is, center of the ring. He gave up. Joey Janela taps out. The testicular claw giving Steve Arndt the victory. There it is. Steve Arndt defeats Joey Janela. 20 minutes, 2 seconds with the testicular claw, 95%. Fear the testicular claw. Highly effective submission maneuver in this game. Alright, next we've got a very interesting matchup. It's Pagano versus Masato Tanaka. Oh, yeah, we've got spam in the chat. Powerbomb by Tanaka, by the way, in a 3 count, and he defeats Pagano. To move on. Sorry there was no commentary there in that match. I was trying to figure out how to get some more people in here to watch this damn thing. But Tanaka defeats Pagano 13-35 with the fire powerbomb whip. 92%. So Masato Tanaka moving on. So he defeats the luchador from AAA Mexico, Pagano. Next we've got Rhino, the Man Beast Rhino, taking on none other than Shlak. Very intriguing match here. Shlak. Deathmatch wrestling staple right now. Wrestling for promotions like GCW, IWA, No Holds Barred. Rhino, of course, the former ECW champion, ECW World Television champion, the last man to hold both of those belts in the original ECW before ECW's closure. We're not counting the WWE reboot of ECW here. But Rhino has competed in all the major promotions throughout the years. Tombstone piledriver by Shlak. 1 foot on the chest. What a cocky cover, and Rhino is the shoulder up. Rhino's competed for the WWE, ECW, and of course TNA, Impact Wrestling. Has not been in AEW yet. There's a sharpshooter, Scorpion Deathlock, call it whatever you want. As a Rhino suplexes Shlak out of the ring into the barbed wire. Those two exchanging punches. Rhino sends him down with a Death Valley driver. Spinning backdrop by Shlak. He's got a baseball bat, but then he gets sent into the barbed wire landmines on the outside of the ring. Lariat by Rhino. Gives him the middle finger. And there's the gore. 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 Is that it? No! Rhino. 2.9 kick out from Shlak. He kicks out of the gore. 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 Rhino also ran for office in his home state of Detroit, Michigan. Home state of Michigan, rather. Home state of Michigan. Detroit is a city, not a state, dumbass. But anyway, Rhino running for office in his home state of Michigan. But Rhino is a big staple of the WWF Hardcore division. If you have not seen that match, go check out Raven versus Rhino from WWF Backlash. I want to say that was 2001. WWF Hardcore division wasn't always the best, but, you know, that Rhino and Ravens match, pretty good. I suggest go checking it out. In addition to being ECW World Champion, Rhino was, again, WWF Hardcore Champion. He was a Tag Team Champion in WWE with Keith Slater. He was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion when he was in TNA. He defeated Jeff Jarrett for that belt. The circumstances behind that match were interesting because, oh no, what a counter by Schlack into a submission, and he got the win. I did not know Schlack even knew a submission hold. We're being honest here. Schlack with the win and gives everybody the finger. Schlack defeats Rhino with a cross arm breaker, 94%. Countered out of nowhere into that cross arm breaker with the win. Finishing up my thought here, Rhino, interesting story behind him winning the NWA World Championship from Jeff Jarrett. That pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, I believe it was supposed to be Jarrett against Kevin Nash for the title. Kevin Nash couldn't make it due to illness, I believe. And so Rhino, who had already wrestled earlier in the show, earned the opportunity to face Jarrett later in the night for the title. Rhino would defeat Jarrett for the belt. Of course, you know, a week later on Impact, he would lose the belt back to Jarrett. But nevertheless, with Kevin Nash being out, Rhino ended up getting the title match and winning the belt. Now, as I mentioned, Rhino would go back to WWE and would team with Keith Slater, where they were this first WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions. If you will, of the new era brand split in 2016. And then Rhino would return to Impact. Well, return to the former promotion known as TNA, now Impact. And that's where he's been, you know, ever since. And Heath Slater has left the WWE, or rather was released by WWE. He is now just Heath. And now he is reunited with Rhino in Impact. But yes, Schlack is your winner here over Rhino. Schlack just wrestling IRL, that's in real life, if you will. Schlack just wrestling none other than Ming on the IWA, or not IWA, the ICW No Holds Barred show last night. Schlack wrestling Ming on that show. Next we've got Alex Colon versus the Deathmatch Dragon Ryuji Ito of Big Japan. And right away, Alex Colon is sent into the barbed wire, or sent into the light tubes on either side of the ring. Sorry, getting a little tongue twisted and whatnot. But Alex Colon, Deathmatch Wrestling staple, starting out in CZW, leaving CZW for GCW. Wrestles elsewhere. Won the Tournament of Survival last year. Won the Tournament of Survival again this year. in GCW's annual Deathmatch tournament. One of them. He was in the NGI, the Nick Gage Invitational 4 this year. I believe it was 4, or was it 5? I don't even know anymore, but he was in the tournament this year but did not win. The eventual winner was Mance Warner, who we'll see coming up here in just a few. But Alex Colon, considered by many to be one of the best deathmatch wrestlers right now currently in the world, wrestled Matt Tremont in one of Tremont's final matches, his final GCW match, if you will, at Joey Janela's Spring Break 4 in a death match, if you haven't seen that yet. Michinoku driver by Ito and a cover and a 2 count. If you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. And now these two just punching each other repeatedly. Colon getting it better at that exchange. Swinging with that steel chair repeatedly to the back of Yuji Ito. Ito with a drop kick. Steel chair to the head of Colon. Ryuji Ito, known as the Deathmatch Dragon, has competed in Japan for Big Japan. And is a staple over there for that promotion. I believe he's even held the BJW Deathmatch Championship over there. I believe, well, no, yeah, he has won that title, the BJW Deathmatch Heavyweight Championship, 7 times. In Ito's first reign as BJW Deathmatch Heavyweight Champion was his longest reign, with 850 days, holding the title for almost 3 years. Also, 2-time BJW Tag Team Champion, also 7-time Yokohama Shopping Street 6-man Tag Team Champion. Ito's also appeared in DDT, where he's a former KOD Tag Team Champion, and he just got rolled up for the 3 count by Alex Colon. So Alex Colon wins it. And Ito, real quick, a fact on Ito, also has appeared in a video game. He was in Backyard Wrestling 2, There Goes the Neighborhood. So yeah, Alex Colon defeats Reiji Ito 15-12 with the schoolboy in 86 seconds. Or, not 86 seconds. 86%. Jeez. Alright, so Colon moves on. He faces the winner of our next match. It's Ricky Shane Page against Mance Warner, baby. Oh, lariats and light beers. Yeah, I poke God. Oh, a little flip-flop and fly from old Bancer there. Oh, he countered into a low blow. Good Mance Warner. You know, Ricky Shane Page, Mance Warner, no strangers to one another. RSP and Mancer competing at Cage of Death for that CZW championship in the Cage of Death. Mance Warner also winning the NGI this year in GCW. These two fought for the title. GCW Championship, in which Mance Warner had a visual pinfall. He had the 3 count, in fact, on Ricky Shane Page, but Ricky Shane Page's foot was on the rope. It was either on the rope or under the ropes, causing a rope break. And of course, people are arguing about the fact that should that have been a rope break, should there be rope breaks in GCW? Of course, because of that fact, Ricky Shane Page went on to pin Warner to retain the title. So yes, Ricky Shane Page is the current GCW champion, former CZW champion as well. Mance Warner, also a former CZW champion in his own right, is part of the MLW promotion, which is starting back up this Wednesday. A big return after they've been on hiatus due to, you know, COVID-19, the pandemic. Mance Warner also kind of making a name for himself in IWA Mid-South, where he was the former IWA Mid-South heavyweight champion there. And has competed all over the country for various independent promotions, as has Ricky Shane Page. As Ricky Shane Page has won deathmatch tournaments before, as has Mance Warner, so they've got experience in these tournaments and winning in these tournaments. Pendulum backbreaker by old Mancer. He got that light tube, baby. And he just hit old RSP with that shit. Yeah, we're going full Mance Warner here for this match. He got that kendo stick, baby. He got it again. He gonna hit that son bitch with it. Mance Warner looking to get the W. He wants to win this tournament. He gonna put that trophy up on his mantle in his trailer. In fact, he said he gonna celebrate with some light beers. He gonna pour some light beer in that trophy. He gonna drink from it like the old Stanley Cup and shit. Of course, in addition to being the current GCW champion, Ricky Shane Page is also the leader of the 440 stable, which is a bunch of scumbags out of Ohio. Ricky Shane Page, Eddie Only, Gregory Iron, Eric Ryan, Atticus Cogar. I mean, all they are RSP's glorified flunkies to help him keep the championship. Of course, none of them are allowed out here for this match. And there's Death Valley Driver from RSP, got a 2 count. And I wasn't going to allow any of the other 440 members to be in this tournament. Gave Ricky Shane Page the spot. So they wouldn't whine and complain they didn't get included, but guess what? He just got beat by Mance Warner. So Ricky Shane Page hit the showers in GTFO. Ohio scumbag. Mance Warner defeats Ricky Shane Page with the DDT in 20 minutes and 55 seconds, 95%. Old Mancer defeats RSP, sends that some bitch packing. He's moving on to the next round, taking on Alex Colon, baby. Next up, you got the Deathmatch Samurai, Asami Kodaka, taking on the Freedom's founder himself, Takashi Sasaki. And you know, Takashi Sasaki, like I said, he is the founder of Freedoms. He started the promotion in 2009. He's also worked for several other independent promotions, including DDT and Big Japan. He was trained by the IWA Japan promotion and made his wrestling debut way back on January 16th of 1975. So Takashi Takashi Sasaki, been around a long time. Sorry, the date on his debut is wrong. I'm reading the wrong information. He was born on 1975. In 1975, he was trained by the IWA promotion. IWA Japan promotion in the 90s. And he was there from 95 to 97, where he would join DDT. He would be there from 97 to 2004. He'd also have a stint in DDT from 2007 to 2010, and would be there in 2016. He wrestled for WEW and Apache Pro Wrestling Army from 2002 to 2009. Of course, he formed Freedoms in 2009 after Apache Pro Wrestling Army folded. And Freedoms would feud with Big Japan Pro Wrestling, which Sasaki was with from 2005 to 2015. And while in Big Japan, he won the BJW Deathmatch Championship. And Kodaka, whose accomplishments I didn't even get to yet, wins this match already in 10 minutes and 54 seconds. But Sasaki, the King of Freedom World Champion, twice, losing to Isami Kodaka here. Who Isami Kodaka, also an accomplished deathmatch champion in his own right. Former two-time BJW Deathmatch Heavyweight Champion. He's also competed in All Japan Pro Wrestling, where he won the All Asia Tag Team Championship twice with his usual partner Yuko Miyamoto. Miyamoto did not make the cut for this tournament. Maybe he'll be in the third deathmatch tournament. But Kodaka, also a three-time DDT Extreme Division champion. Has also competed in Ice Ribbon, Union Pro Wrestling, Kaientai Dojo. And of course, he is part of Pro Wrestling Basara, which is his home promotion. Been part of 01. All kinds of Japanese independent promotions. Isami Kodaka. He's also appeared here in the United States with GCW. He's a founding member, of course, of Pro Wrestling Basara. But Sasaki losing to Kodaka here, so the battle of Basara versus Freedoms, if you will, goes to Basara. And we've got our final first round match of the tournament. It is Arrow Boy taking on Drew Parker. Now you look at Arrow Boy, you see he's a masked luchador, but he is no stranger to deathmatch wrestling, as he is a mainstay in the DTU promotion in Mexico, known for its deathmatch wrestling. Has also competed in the infamous Zona 23 promotion in Mexico, which hold their deathmatch shows in junkyards. If you've never seen Zona 23, you owe it to yourself to check out a show or two on IWA, or not IWA, what do I keep saying IWA, goddammit, on IWTV. Never seen Zona 23 before. You need to check it out. Deathmatch wrestling in a Mexican junkyard. It doesn't get more dirty or grimy than that. Drew Parker, you know, started out in the UK. He was like a boots and tights guy. And then he decided he wanted to start doing the deathmatch stuff. And he made his way over to Japan on a tour with Big Japan. And they fell in love with that guy over there. And now he's pretty much a staple of Big Japan, is Drew Parker. But Arrow Boy, you know, known for wrestling in death matches, but also can wrestle, you know, your traditional lucha libre style. Of course, he's not going to be able to use the ropes quite a bit to jump off of them or anything in this match, unfortunately, due to the boards in the corners. So it's going to limit a bit of his offense when it comes to the high-flying techniques that Arrow Boy is known for. Burning hammer by Arrow Boy. Both these two don't have the list of accomplishments that a lot of these other guys do coming into this deathmatch tournament. Michinoku driver with the pin, and no. Was that really the Michinoku driver and not the Falcon Arrow? I think it's the Michinoku driver. Remember, there's no rope breaks here. Super kick by Drew Parker. Burning hammer by Arrow Boy. These two just going at it tooth and nail here. Hitting all the big moves. Of course, these are two of our younger wrestlers. More of our less experienced deathmatch veterans, if you will. But still, you know, they're part of that younger deathmatch wrestling generation. So it's a very interesting matchup. In that sense. He got him. Arrow Boy defeats Drew Parker 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Beat him with the reverse gory special bomb, 87%, 10 minutes, 50 seconds. So that wraps up your first round of the tournament. So, to review the first round, Terry Funk defeats Cactus Jack, Tommy Dreamer defeats Raven, Sabu defeats the Sandman, Jun Kasai over Masashi Takeda. Nick Gage over Matt Tremont. Abdullah the Butcher defeats Abdullah Kobayashi. Violento Jack defeats New Jack. Tarzan Goto pins Mr. Ganosuke. Jon Moxley with the win over Bonesaw McGraw. Steve Arndt forces Joey Janela to submit to the testicular claw, no less. Masato Tanaka with the pin on Pagano to advance. Schlack knocks off Rhino. Alex Colon with the pin on Yuji Ito. Vance Warner eliminates Ricky Shane Page. Asami Kodaka over Takashi Sasaki. And finally, Arrow Boy over Drew Parker. That's the end of the first round. On to the second round, if you will. It is Terry Funk taking on Tommy Dreamer. There you see the Funker and Dreamer. It's the mentor versus the mentee, if you will. The protege and his pupil. Or his mentor and the protege. The student, or the teacher and his pupil. Whatever you want to call it. It's Terry Funk, it's Tommy Dreamer. Dreamer and Funk. A lot of history together there. There's a stunner. Dreamer idolizing Terry Funk, teaming with Terry Funk, looking up to Terry Funk as his mentor in wrestling. Of course, Terry Funk, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion back in the 1970s. When Terry Funk was known more for wrestling rather than hardcore brawling. Of course, Terry also forming a tag team with his brother Dory Funk Jr. Funk Brothers, extremely popular in Japan. Both as a tag team and as individuals. In addition to winning the NWA World Championship, Terry Funk also would win the ECW World Heavyweight Championship back in 1997 at ECW's first ever pay-per-view, Barely Legal. And an infamous barbed wire match with Sabu for that belt. And Funk actually defeating Raven to win that title. Cradle pile driver by Tommy Dreamer and a 2 count. Funk actually defeating Raven to win that title at Barely Legal, thanks in part to Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer, for the longest time, could never win the ECW championship. He finally did when he defeated Taz for the belt. After some strange circumstances revolving around the ECW Championship, as Mike Awesome, who was the ECW champion at the time, jumped ship to WCW while he was still ECW champion. So they had to get the belt off of Mike Awesome. So Paul Heyman asked Vince McMahon to lend him Taz. So Taz came in to defeat Mike Awesome for the ECW championship. So a WWF contracted wrestler beat a WCW contracted wrestler for the ECW championship. Insane circumstances. And the Texas Cloverleaf by Terry Funk gets a submission win over Dreamer. How does Dreamer play into this story? Well, Taz won the belt. So Taz defended the title against Tommy Dreamer at the next ECW event. And Dreamer defeated Taz for the belt, but only was champion for probably about a minute when Just Incredible hit the ring. Impromptu title match happened. Dreamer loses the title in about a minute to Just Incredible, who becomes the new ECW champion. And if you ask Tommy Dreamer, he will tell you he never wanted to be ECW champion anyway. But Dreamer losing the title, not even getting a chance to really celebrate with the belt before it was taken away from him by Just Incredible. Dreamer would win the title again, but that would be in the WWE version of ECW. And does that really count? But yes, the mentor defeats his pupil. Terry Funk defeats Tommy Dreamer here with the Texas Clover Hold, 91%. As the Funker, Terry Funk, advances to the quarterfinals. Who will he meet in the quarterfinals? Well, it's either going to be Sabu or the Crazy Monkey, Jun Kasai.
Wait.
If you're just tuning in, we are in the second round of the tournament. It's Jun Kasai versus Sabu here in our second round match. 32-man deathmatch tournament. We started out with 32. We are down to, well, we were down to 16. We are now down to 14, rather 15. As already in our second round, Terry Funk advancing over Tommy Dreamer. Now we have Jun Kasai here against Sabu. If you're new to this stream, you probably have not seen the first Deathmatch Show tournament I did a while back. It's over on my YouTube channel, actually. And the winner of that first tournament was Sabu. I believe that was only 16 competitors that time around. We doubled the field to 32. So if Sabu wants to repeat, he's going to have to go through more guys. But Sabu with the camel clutch. You know, Sabu winning that tournament, and the winner of the tournament the first year, if you will. It was probably a year ago since I ran the first tournament. Maybe. But the winner of the first tournament won the Deathmatch Championship. So Sabu was the Deathmatch Champion, but lost the title in a title defense against Atsushi Onita. So Atsushi Onita is our current Deathmatch champion. The winner of this tournament will face Onita for that title. So Sabu wants to win this tournament. He wants to get another shot to win back the belt he lost to Onita. Meanwhile, Jun Kasai looking to knock off Sabu and guarantee that there will be a new Deathmatch champion. Or at least a Deathmatch show tournament winner. A new tournament winner, if Jun Kasai can beat Sabu here. Fisherman suplex with a bridge and a 2.9 as Sabu just barely gets the shoulder up. Spinning heel kick by Sabu. Sabu with that barbed wire bat. Swings and misses. But suplexes Kasai out of the ring. And down into the landmines below. Of course, those landmines are covered in barbed wire as well. And now they're just slugging it out here. Kasai drops the leg. Soul butt by Kasai. Double figure salute. Sabu points to the heavens. Of course, to his uncle, the original Sheik. Kasai's got the kendo stick. Pile driver by Sabu. And another one. And a leg drop. But Kasai fighting back now, and he's got the kendo stick. Smashes Sabu over the head with it. Shoots him off. Back body drop. Into the chin lock, and Sabu gives up. Sabu is tapped out. Unbelievable finish there as Jun Kasai defeats Sabu to eliminate him from the tournament. Kasai with the win with a good old-fashioned wrestling move, a chin lock, 15 minutes, 16 seconds, 90%. So we are guaranteed a new tournament winner. As the previous tournament winner, Sabu, is defeated. And Jun Kasai will face Terry Funk in the quarterfinals. Oh, what a match there. Next match sees Nick Gage take on Abdullah the Butcher. It's the king, the god of this ship. MDK all fucking day. Nick Gage against Abdullah the Butcher, the madman from the Sudan. Stacks him up and gets a 1 count. And right away, Abdullah wastes no time going to the fork. I was wondering how long it would take. Thinking to myself, how long before Abdullah pulls out the fork? Wasn't very long. There it is again. Oh, Abdullah the Butcher. It's crazy to think about how he got a run in WCW in the early 90s. Oh, Jesus. He just took out the ref. He truly is a madman right here. This guy's bleeding profusely, stabbing Nick Gage with a fork. Took out the referee. Now the referee's busted open. Everybody in this match is bleeding, including the referee. This is a wild start to this match. And we're only about, according to our timer, 4 minutes in. And to reiterate, this is being fought under 150 speed, so they are moving a bit faster. I don't know if you've noticed that. But that's in an effort to speed things up. I mean, we've got a lot of matches here. Want to get through them. Nice reversal by Nick Gage, by the way. There's a brain buster. That's how he beat Tremont in the first round. He got 2 count. There's the choke breaker. Is that it? Nick Gage. No. The Butcher kicking out of the choke breaker. Gage has got that light tube. That was a little disappointing. Oh no, he's biting the man. He's tearing the flesh. Abdullah's hungry. That bandana, you know, covering up the bloody forehead of Nick Gage. As Abdullah sent into the landmines. I think that was the first time we've seen the landmines used in this match. Gage sent in the light tubes. Snap power bomb. Grab the old Triple H equalizer. Double underhook pile driver. Running shoulder tackle by the Butcher. And again, plants him on his head. Does Nick Gage. Nick Gage says that's it. But Abdullah with the jawbreaker. And there's the elbow. Oh no, Nick Gage is out. Abdullah the Butcher with the critical. The fans booing. They don't like the outcome to that one. That's how he beat Kobayashi. He knocked him out with that elbow. That critical. An elbow drop of Abdullah the Butcher proving to be effective in this tournament. As he defeats Nick Gage 9 minutes 46 seconds. Knocks him out 84%. So Abdullah the Butcher moves on. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in that. I was hoping Nick Gage would win. But Abdullah wins, and he will face the winner of our next match, Violento Jack, who knocked off Nick Gage, who knocked off New Jack in the first round, and Tarzan Goto defeated Mr. Ganosuke in the first round. So we've got Violento Jack representing both DTU, I guess, and the Freedoms promotion in Japan. And Tarzan Goto, FMW legend. Oh, and Tarzan Goto's the first one to taste the landmines in this match. You can see the scars all over the body of Tarzan Goto, all the deathmatch wars that he's been in throughout the years. Scarring from those barbed wire matches he's competed in. Package pile driver, that's how Violento Jack knocked off New Jack in the first round. And Tarzan suplexes Violento Jack into the landmines. German suplex with the bridge and a 2 count. Samoan drop by Tarzan Goto. Kick to the back of the spine. The back of the spine? Well, I guess there is a front to the spine. But, yeah. Kick to the spine. The lower back. Whatever. Oh, jeez. Violento Jack gets the win over Tarzan Goto. 7 minutes, 37 seconds. That gut buster. Double knee stomach crusher, 7:37. Violento Jack over Tarzan Goto, 77%. Alright. So it's Violento Jack versus Abdullah the Butcher. Our next match, Jon Moxley versus Steve Aaron. Of course, if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you know the history between these two guys. Or if you've watched any of my Twitch streams before when I ran Fire Promoter on here, you know that these two had a rivalry in Fire Promoter mode. And the way that came about was totally random. I had just decided to randomize the card in Fire Promoter, and it gave me this matchup of Steve Aaron and Jon Moxley, and I thought it was just too funny to pass up this match between Janela and Moxley. I thought, Aaron and Moxley, and I thought it would be funny just to run it. And I thought, oh, Moxley's going to beat this guy, and through the, I guess, the stupidity of the CPU, Moxley was grabbing a chair under the ring, and he got counted out, and he couldn't get back in the ring, so he did not beat the 20 count. So Steve Aaron defeated Moxley by count out. And I'm like, well, these two are going to have another match, because, you know, that was kind of a bullshit finish. And then they had another match, and Steve Aaron beat Moxley again, this time by submission, by grabbing his balls. He grabbed them and made Moxley give up. So in the third match, it was no bullshit, as Moxley just destroyed Steve Aaron, knocked his ass out, and in fact injured him, put him on the shelf. They met again in the fourth match, in which Moxley defeated him. And here we are again. Steve Aaron, Jon Moxley. I believe this is match number 5, or maybe even match number 6. There's the sushi roll and a 2 count. How did I get by Janela? Steve Aaron asks. I don't know, but you did. Actually, no, I know exactly how you got by Janela. You beat him with the most feared move in Fire Pro Wrestling history, the testicular claw. You grabbed Joey by the bad boys and made him give it up. His girlfriend Brandy Loren was watching from ringside and pleaded with Janela just to give up. Oh no, there's the Bulldog choke. Is that going to be it? It is. Steve Aaron gives up to the Bulldog choke of Jon Moxley. This time he was ready for Steve Aaron's antics. Last time they fought, he didn't have the Bulldog choke in his arsenal, but Moxley had the Bulldog choke this time around. Slaps it on. Steve Aaron has nowhere to go. He gives it up. 9 minutes, 19 seconds. Jon Moxley with the win over Steve Arndt. 89%. So no chicanery this time. And that will not be the last time, I'm sure, that those two will cross paths in a Fire Pro Wrestling ring. Now we've got Masato Tanaka taking on Shlak. Tanaka sent into the light tube. Shlak takes a suplex off the reversal by Tanaka. Scooping a slam, and now he's going after the knee. Look at this. Shlak doing submissions. What kind of sorcery is this? I mean, he did win his first round match with a cross arm breaker, which was, it's surprising. I didn't know Shlak knew any submissions. I mean, look at this guy. He's a meathead. Shlak sends Tanaka into the landmines. You know, Tanaka, most people know him for his run in ECW, his rivalry with Mike Awesome. Those two also wrestling in the FFW promotion in Japan, where Mike Awesome was known as the Gladiator. You know, FMW known for its deathmatch wrestling as well. So Tanaka, you know, experience in death matches. Shlak, known for all of his deathmatch antics. Promotions like GCW, IWA Mid-South, ICW No Holds Barred. Steve Arndt says, I made it further than I thought, and losing to AEW champ is no dishonor. I felt like I was more competitive than Kingston. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Throwing shade at Eddie Kingston now. You know what? I have it on good authority the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, was watching that match. He's been watching this tournament. Because, you know, he sent me some messages. He's like, hey, Swink, how come I'm not in this tournament? You know, he was upset that he wasn't included in this tournament. Now, you know, he's going to see you're talking trash here. And, I think maybe Kingston's going to want to, you know, hash it out in the ring. Burning hammer by Shlak. Cover 2 and 3. He got him. Big win for Shlak as he knocks off yet another ECW legend. Shlak defeated Rhino in the first round. He defeats Masato Tanaka here in the second round. So Shlak, the original Burning Hammer, with the win over Masato Tanaka, 7 minutes, 50 seconds, 77%. Shlak is the ECW legend killer, if you will. And how about that for a quarterfinal matchup? It's going to be Shlak and Jon Moxley. Let's go, Fast Eddie. I'll teach you some respect. Ooh. Alex Colon versus Ryuji Ito is our next match. I don't know about that. I think Eddie Kingston is going to back fist you into the future. Oh wait, I read that wrong. Alex Colon defeated Ryuji Ito in the first round. I'm an idiot. And then Ricky Shane Page was defeated by Mance Warner, baby. So it's actually Mance Warner and Alex Colon here. Help if I could read the damn brackets. Oh, Mance Warner, baby. Lariats and light beers. King of the trailer park. I poke God. Gonna win this tournament. He gonna celebrate. Gonna go to the trailer park. He gonna put that deathmatch trophy on his mantle in his trailer. He gonna fill that some bitch with some light beer. He gonna drink from it. He gonna party all night. But first, he gonna kick old Alex Colon in a nutsack. Sorry about that. I went full Mance Warner. Never go full Mance Warner. Package pile driver on Alex Colon, or by Alex Colon on old Mance Warner. Light tube to the back of that skull. Oh. But Alex Colon has won the Tournament of Survival in back-to-back years in 2019 and 2020. So, you know, he's a deathmatch wrestling tournament winner. Little flip-flop and fire there. Almost. Up, grabbed a light tube, but didn't get to use it. But suplexes Colon out into the landmines. Nice counter into the DDT by Manser. Cover and a 2 count. Spine buster by Colon. Rake to the eyes. That wasn't an eye poke. Come on, Manser. Where's the eye poke? Oh no, Alex Colon retrieving a fork from his tights. Well, his pants, if you will. Light tube to the forehead. Both these guys now bleeding profusely. And another light tube, this time to the chest. There's the eye poke. I was waiting for it. The eye poke God. Mance Warner living up to one of his many nicknames. Counters the suplex into one of his own. Colon with a suplex. Answers right back. 10 minutes gone in this one. Plants it with a key crusher and a 2 count. Lance sent into the light tubes as Colon swinging that baseball bat. Oh man, he took that right between the eyes. Pendulum backbreaker. Wait, rolls him up. 2. No! Almost got him right there. You know, Colon beating Ito with a schoolboy pin. Tried to win it there with a rather flash pin over Warner. Sometimes that's what you got to do in these matches. You're hitting each other with weapons, wearing each other down. The other guy sometimes gets too tired to kick out of the pin attempt after all the punishment they've been taking. Panther gets the better of that strike exchange. Hits the pendulum backbreaker as Colon with the fork repeatedly forking the forehead, or the top of the head, of Mance Warner. Running knee strike from Colon. He's got the equalizer. The sledgehammer. Triple H is like, that's my gimmick. I am the game. I love the eye poke. You can see Manser is breathing real heavy. He's hunched over. Both these guys expending a lot of energy as they've been going at it non-stop. It's been total non-stop action from the bell. Ha ha. Ha. Again with the fork. Is Manser going to give up? No. But Manser sent into the light tubes in the corner. And now he's got that barbed wire baseball bat. Smashing Warner over the head with it. Kick to the chest. Is that enough? 2 and 3. He got him. Mance Warner defeats Alex Colon. 18 minutes, 9 seconds. He got stuck in that pin. That happens sometimes. Old Mance Warner defeating Alex Colon. 18 minutes, 9 seconds with the dangerous knee kick, hook leg pinfall. 89%. So Mance Warner knocks off Alex Colon. Is that an upset? I don't know. I mean, Mance Warner did win the Nick Gage Invitational Deathmatch tournament this year. Our final match of the second round sees Arrow Boy take on Isami Kodaka. I read it right this time. Isami Kodaka, known by his nickname the Deathmatch Samurai. Arrow Boy, a Mexican luchador, well versed in the deathmatch style as well, competing in the DTU promotion in Mexico, which is known for mixing lucha libre with deathmatch wrestling. He's also competed in Game Changer Wrestling here in the United States in death matches. IWA Mid-South as well. Not sure, but he might have also been overseas to Japan, rather. But Arrow Boy also competing in Mexico for another deathmatch promotion, Zona 23, which is known for having deathmatch shows in a junkyard. Tiger Driver gets a 2 count. Drop kick from Arrow Boy. Rolls him up. Schoolboy pin, 2 count only. This is how he won reverse gory bomb special, 2 count. That's how he beat Drew Parker in the first round. The kick by Kodaka, he gets rolled up. Kodaka competing in promotions like Big Japan, where he was the deathmatch heavyweight champion there. Also starting his own promotion called Basara. 2.9. Has also competed in Ice Ribbon, I believe DDT, various promotions in Japan. Has also appeared in GCW here in the United States. Arrow Boy is just getting worn out by Kodaka with that sledgehammer, but he gets rolled up. Does Kodaka, and that's all it takes. 3 seconds. And Arrow Boy knocks off Kodaka. A roll-up pin, 8 minutes, 2:22 seconds. 85%. So Arrow Boy defeats Drew Parker in the first round. defeats Kodaka in the second round. He's on to the quarterfinal. Little unexpected there. Alright, our first quarterfinal match. It's going to be Terry Funk taking on Jun Kasai. What a matchup that is. The hardcore legend Terry Funk. And the crazy monkey Jun Kasai. Terry Funk defeating his rival Cactus Jack in the first round, defeating his student Tommy Dreamer rather in the second round. Here he is in the semifinal, the quarterfinals rather, against Jun Kasai. Jun Kasai, meanwhile, defeating his mentee, if you will, in the first round. Takashi, sorry, not Takashi. Takeda. Masashi Takeda. Defeated Takeda in the first round, and then defeating Sabu in the second round. DDT, there's the cover and a 2 count. And now Sabu won the first Deathmatch show tournament. In which the winner was granted the Deathmatch, that wrestling show Deathmatch championship as well. Sabu would lose that championship in a Deathmatch to Onita. So Atsushi Onita is the current That Wrestling Show Deathmatch champion. And awaits the winner of this tournament, which very well may be Jun Kasai, who's going on to the semifinals, as he just defeated Terry Funk in short order. 5 minutes, 29 seconds? Yeah. With the implant DDT, Jun Kasai defeats Terry Funk, 74%. But yeah, Sabu lost to Jun Kasai, so we're guaranteed a new tournament winner. And it very well may be Jun Kasai, who is in the semifinals. Did I say semifinals? Oh yeah, I was correct in that. It is the semifinals. As we're in the quarterfinals. The winner of this next quarterfinal match will face Jun Kasai rather, is Violento Jack against Abdullah the Butcher. Not at all how I expected this to go down. Abdullah the Butcher defeated Abdullah Kobayashi in the Battle of the Abdullahs in the first round. And then defeated Nick Gage in the second round. Both times, he knocked out his opponent with that running elbow drop off the ropes. So he's gotten a critical on both of those, in both of those matches. So, highly effective finisher for Abdullah the Butcher, no doubt. Meanwhile, Violento Jack won the Battle of the Jacks as he defeated New Jack in the first round. And then he won his second round match as well. Yeah, Violento Jack defeating FMW legend Tarzan Goto in the second round. So Violento Jack, there's that elbow drop. 2, 3, he got him. I was going to say Violento Jack defeated New Jack and Tarzan Goto. Could he defeat Abdullah the Butcher, another legendary figure in deathmatch wrestling, if you will. Hardcore deathmatch wrestling. But no, that was not the case. Abdullah the Butcher wins. Again. 5 minutes, 30 seconds, 69. Nice. Abdullah the Butcher defeats Violento Jack. And now he will face Jun Kasai in the semifinals. I mean, if Abdullah the Butcher wins this thing, I'm going to be very surprised. Well, next up we've got Jon Moxley in our next quarterfinal. Taking on Schlack. So Jon Moxley, first round, he defeated Bonesaw McGraw as he reverses the tombstone in one of his own. He defeated Bonesaw McGraw, Steve Arnott in the second round. Schlack, knocking off ECW legends, if you will, Rhino and Masato Tanaka. So Schlack looking to make another statement here by defeating the current AEW World Champion, the current IWGP United States Champion in New Japan, former CZW World Champion, Jon Moxley. Oh, not to mention he was a former WWE Champion. Let's not forget that, too. It's kind of hard to overlook that as well. I mean, it is WWE, but he was the WWE Champion, for Christ's sake. So Jon Moxley, probably the most accomplished guy in terms of winning major titles in this tournament.
Come on.
And he's still in this thing. So if Schlack can beat him here, that'd be huge. And oh my God, the Burning Hammer sends Moxley all the way out of the ring into the landmines on the floor. Schlack sent into the light tubes. Moxley just suplexes him down. Kind of tosses him. Low blow by Moxley. Moxley sends Schlack into the landmines. And now a Cobra Claw just choking out Jon Moxley. Perfectly legal in this match. Not to mention there are no rope breaks here. There is no rope break. And for the sledgehammer, Moxley with a suplex. Schlack out on his feet. There's a DDT. Not quite the Death Rider. Not quite the paradigm shift. There's the Bulldog choke. That's how he won in the second round. So he made Steve Arnott tap out. There's a Bulldog from Mox. Fisherman Buster by Schlack. Schlack from behind, countered by Moxley. Countered by Schlack into the Bulldog. Clubbing blow by Schlack. Backdrop lands on his head, does Moxley. Moxley with a pile driver. Schlack on wobbly legs. Moxley with a combination of punches. Schlack drags him back towards the center. He's all fired up. Backdrop driver. And he grabs the hammer. Spinning backdrop. Hooks the leg. Did he get him? No! Moxley kicks out at 2. Suplex by Schlack. Punch to the gut. A headbutt. DDT by Mox. Moxley from behind. And an elevated reverse DDT with a leg hook. Got a 2.9 out of that. Running forearm into the bulldog choke. Is that it? Schlack being asked to give up. Or if he gives up. Schlack refusing to capitulate. Bulldog from Schlack. The action has been fast and furious in this thing. Discus forearm, and now he's got the kendo stick. Burning hammer. Is that enough? Flips him over, covers him too, and he got him. Unbelievable. Schlack defeats Jon Moxley. Moxley just kicking out at the after the 3. So he just got it. That's got to be considered a huge upset. As Schlack defeats Jon Moxley with the original Burning Hammer, 13 minutes, 54 seconds. And Schlack is moving on to the semifinals. Not at all how I thought that one was going to turn out. I thought Moxley had him with that bulldog choke. But Schlack didn't give it up. Our final quarterfinal match sees Mance Warner taking on Arrow Boy. Right away, backbreaker from Warner. Warner grabs a baseball bat. Swings wildly and misses. Back body drop and into a cover. He's trying to end this thing quick. Low blow from Manser. Eye poke. Shoulder block. Forearm from Arrow Boy, who's got the kendo stick now. Double axe and a headbutt from Warner. Warner with the bat. Arrow Boy goes for a suplex, countered by Manser into a suplex. Headbutt, and now he grabs a couple of weapons, thinks better of him, gets rolled up, not even a 1 count. Sends Arrow Boy into the light tubes. Pull up by Arrow Boy, gets 1. Catches the foot, but gets hit with the enziguri. Sitting super kick right there as he sends Manser into the light tubes. Flying head scissor by Arrow Boy. Manser boots him in the head. Headbutts him, tells him to get up. Got a board and smashes it over the head of Arrow Boy. And again with that board. Goes behind but gets countered. Both guys go to the tubes. Tiger driver and a 2 count. We're 5 minutes into this thing and these guys have been going at it fast and furious. The rolling elbow into the super kick from Arrow Boy and gets a 2 count. Angel and backbreaker by Mance Warner. He gets caught in a roll-up by Arrow Boy and a 2 count. Arrow Boy with that super kick. Grabs a kendo stick. Headbutt from Warner. Shoots him off. Back body drop. Mance Ward defeating Ricky Shane Page and Alex Colon to get to this point. Arrow Boy with the roll-up. No. Arrow Boy defeating Drew Parker and Asami Kodaka. to advance here to the quarterfinal. Michinoku driver with the pin, 2-0. Leg hook, but not enough to get the 3. Choke slam by Manser. DDT by Manser. Another backbreaker by Warner. And there's a Tiger Bomb. Did he get him? Tiger Bomb, Tiger Driver. Only got 2. And another Tiger Driver. Is that enough? No. And a third Tiger Driver. Is that going to be it? No. It both bent into the tubes. And a 5th Tiger Driver. Or 4th at this point. Maybe 5. That was it. Arrow Boy with the 3 count. Knocks off Mance Warner. Another surprising outcome. 10 minutes, 45 seconds with the Tiger Driver. Double leg hook fall. Arrow Boy defeats Mance Warner 90%. It took about 4 of them in a row, but he was able to keep Mance Warner down. And now we've got our semifinal matchups. It's Jun Kasai. It's Abdullah the Butcher. And it's Arrow Boy against Schlack. Not at all who I expected to come out of those brackets. But here we are. One of these 4 guys is going to win this tournament and face the champion, Atsushi Onita, for the deathmatch title. And they'll have definitely earned it. Right away, Abdullah goes to the fork, and Kasai is already bleeding. Now choking away at the crazy monkey, Jun Kasai. And now he's biting the man. And a headbutt from Kasai. Back elbow from Abdullah. Both of Abdullah's first and second round matches, he got the win with that elbow drop off the ropes, where he knocked out both Abdullah Kobayashi and Nick Gage. He would then win his third round match, his quarterfinal match rather. Same difference, but not by knockout. Fisherman Buster, leg hook, and a 2 count. Jun Kasai was the man who knocked off Sabu in this tournament, so, you know, Sabu won the tournament prior to this, the first tournament. So you have to think Kasai might win this thing. He knocked off the former champion of the tournament, and at 2.9, a double finger salute. Abdullah did defeat Violento Jack, but he did not beat him with by knockout. There's that elbow drop, 2 and 3. No! I thought he got him. Kasai just got the shoulder up, 2.9 kick out. Crazy monkey not going down that easily. There's a combination from Kasai and a drop kick, taking down the bigger man. The madman from the Sudan. Fisherman suplex with the bridge, 2 count only, as Abdullah with that fork, repeatedly stabbing him in the head. And Abdullah just stole his move. See that very often. There's the elevated DDT that's got Kasai this far. It could not go for a cover. There's a second one. Covers him this time. 2 and no. Jawbreaker by Abdullah the Butcher and a headbutt. Abdullah the Butcher just defeated Jun Kasai. Jun Kasai, who defeated Masashi Takeda in the first round, Sabu in the second round, and Terry Funk in the third round. The quarterfinal, if you will. Loses in the semifinal to Abdullah the Butcher, who knocked out Kobayashi. He knocked out Nick Gage. He pinned Violento Jack. And he just pinned Jun Kasai here after a backflip, 12 minutes, 46 seconds, hooked leg fall, 90%. Abdullah the Butcher's in the finals. Unbelievable. Out of all the guys that come out of that top bracket, Abdullah the Butcher is the one. I mean, let's look at this real quick. Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, Raven, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, The Sandman, Jun Kasai, Masashi Takeda, Matt Tremont, Nick Gage, Abdullah Kobayashi, New Jack, Violento Jack, Mr. Gay, Tarzan Goto. And Abdullah the Butcher is the guy to emerge from all of those. All those 16 guys to make it to the finals. Well, here we go in our next semi-final match. I'm going to save again real quick. It is Shlak, who also has had an unbelievable road to the semifinals. He's defeated Rhino in the first round, Masato Tanaka in the second round. In the quarterfinals, he knocked off John Moxley. It's Shlak taking on Arrow Boy, who's also a surprise. He defeated Drew Parker in the first round, Masami Kodaka in the second, and Mance Warner in the quarterfinal. So yeah, Arrow Boy and Shlak here in our other semi-final. Let's get to it. We're approaching 3 hours on our stream here. Whew. It's really been that long? I guess so. And it's almost 8 o'clock my time, which I'm in the central time zone of the United States. It's been quite a tournament. We're almost to the end though. Arrow Boy taking on Shlak here. Like I said, some impressive victories for Shlak en route to this match. Arrow Boy, no slouch. I mean, he did defeat Mance Warner to get here. Tombstone with a foot on chest pin. But I would say Shlak with the biggest win of the whole tournament, almost, defeating John Moxley. After Moxley pretty much dominated Bonesaw McGraw and Steve Arrett in the first and second round, he couldn't get past this muscle man in Schlack. And Schlack defeated Rhino, former world champion. Masato Tanaka, another former ECW world champion, FMW champion. Leaping cutter by Arrow Boy. Arrow Boy defeating Drew Parker in the first round, defeated Isami Kodaka, former Deathmatch champion, in the second round. And then at quarterfinal defeated Mance Warner, former CZW and IWA Mid-South Heavyweight champion, 2 count. One of these two men will face Abdullah the Butcher in the final. So it's either going to be Schlack versus Abdullah the Butcher, or Arrow Boy versus Abdullah the Butcher, which very well could be right here, and it is! Arrow Boy. Unbelievable. Probably the guy anyone least expected to make it to the finals has. Arrow Boy, what a run. I mean, Schlack, I just talked about the level of the people that Schlack defeated, the victories he had in this tournament. He defeated Rhino, he defeated Masato Tanaka, he defeated John Moxley, and he loses to Arrow Boy here in the semifinal with a rolling pinfall, 8 minutes, 40 seconds, 82%. Arrow Boy defeats Schlack. And our finals are now set. It's Arrow Boy versus Abdullah the Butcher. Not the match I would have thought we would see in the finals. But here we are. It's all come down to this. It's Abdullah the Butcher versus Arrow Boy. The old hardcore wrestling Hall of Famer, Abdullah the Butcher, and the Lucha Libre Deathmatch wrestler, Arrow Boy. One of these two is your Deathmatch show. That Deathmatch show 2 tournament winner. And we'll face Atsushi Onita in an exploding deathmatch. For the Deathmatch Championship. Let's not forget that. Arrow Boy sends Abdullah into the landmines. This is definite contrast of style here, as Arrow Boy likes to incorporate, obviously, more of the Lucha Libre style of wrestling in his arsenal. Arrow Boy, Abdullah the Butcher, rather. It's just, a brawler, for lack of a better term. Sweeping cutter by Arrow Boy. Went for the Tiger Driver, but couldn't get the big man up. And we saw it took about 4 of those Tiger Drivers to knock off Lance Warner. He showed his toughness as he wasn't willing to go down without a fight. Burning hammer, and down goes Abdullah. And Abdullah is back to his feet first. Running drop kick by Arrow Boy. And now he's got him in basically a variation of the Texas Cloverleaf. How he was able to get the Butcher over for that, I don't know. But Abdullah sent into the leg tube, drop kick to the face by Arrow Boy, right to the eyes. Abdullah, but Abdullah gets sent into the board. There it is. Use that move to beat Drew Parker in the first round, and here he is. There's your winner of that Deathmatch Show 2, Arrow Boy. Of all the people to win this tournament, the least expected, Arrow Boy. He wins it with the reverse Gory special bomb. 9 minutes, 12 seconds, 87%. Your winner of the match. Your winner of the tournament. Took a screenshot there. Is Arrow Boy. That was unexpected. But we're not done here. As promised, the winner of this tournament will face the Deathmatch champion himself. Atsushi Onita. Oh, there he is. Well, let's go with the red. Alright, everything is set correctly. So let's rock and roll.
Wait!
So yeah, Atsushi Onita, one of the godfathers of Japanese deathmatch wrestling, if you will. Onita, of course, started the FFW promotion, and he defeated Sabu for this deathmatch championship. Sabu won the first That Deathmatch Show tournament, and winning the tournament, he also won the championship. However, he had to defend the championship in singles matches, lost the championship to Onita in one of those defenses. Sabu with successful title defense over Luther, though. Japanese deathmatch wrestling legend, the original death healer, Luther, sometimes Dr. Luther, who was not in the tournament this time. I thought about including Dr. Luther, but I did not. Maybe he'll be in That Deathmatch Show 3. There's the movie Beat Abdullah with. Can he win the title here? No, 2 count. That same move gave Arrow Boy the win in the tournament. Trying to beat Onita here to win the Deathmatch Championship. But Sabu, yes, winning the championship in the tournament, defending the title successfully once, then losing it in the second defense. V2, if you will, to Onita. This is Onita's first defense of the title since winning it. And it's against the Deathmatch Tournament 2 winner, Arrow Boy, who got a 2 count there. Both men busted open, as you can see. The blood on the chest of Arrow Boy. Of course, the blood on the chest and the forehead of Onita. And Arrow Boy just wearing him out with this piece of a wood. I don't know if it's a piece of a table, a piece of a door. I don't know, but it's just, he's just repeatedly wearing out Onita with that. And you can see Onita is just spent. 10 minutes are gone in this match. Probably one of the most least likely guys to win the tournament. Arrow Boy wins it. You know, he was somebody when I was going through who I was potentially going to put in the tournament. I didn't think about him until like later. Like one of the last guys I thought to put in was Arrow Boy. I'm like, oh well, I guess there is Arrow Boy. There's the Poison Mist from Onita. Shaded the Great Nita. Remember that. And he had the feud with the Great Muta. He became the Great Nita, and he had Great Nita versus Great Muta. But Tiger Driver, no. Michinoku Driver hooks the leg too, and no. And again, he suplexes, rather slams him out of the ring into the landmines. Onita's taking a beating here. Is that it? Did he get him? No. Just at the last second, Onita kicks out. Ducks under, does Arrow Boy, plants him, is that it? 2 and 3, he got him! Arrow Boy wins it. Arrow Boy wins it. Arrow Boy has done the impossible. Arrow Boy has defeated Atsushi Onita with Michinoku Driver number 2, hook leg pinfall 84%, and he is your new That Wrestling Show Deathmatch champion. New champion crown. Today's date, of course, is November 15th. So there you have it. Your winner of the winner of that Deathmatch Show Tournament 2, Deathmatch Show 2 Tournament, Arrow Boy, also the winner of that wrestling show's Deathmatch Championship. Alright, so I wanted to thank everybody who happened to come in here and watch the stream for the last 3 hours and 14 minutes. Whoever that one person is that actually stuck around and watched the whole thing, I thank you very much for that. And, you know, I'll have more Fire Pro on my stream. It's not going away. I know the PS5 is out now and everything, but I'm still going to continue to play this game. Still going to sim a lot of matches here on Twitch, and also going to be up on my YouTube. So this whole tournament will also be on my YouTube. If you missed it, you'll be able to see it there in its entirety. And I'll be back with more Fire Pro content. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I know there's going to be something. Perhaps another tournament of some kind. I don't know if it's going to be a tag team tournament or a six-man tournament, because we have done a trios tournament before, but I haven't done a trios tournament in a while. So we might bring back that trios tournament, and we might do the T3-2, if you will. So we might bring back the trios tournament. We might do a tag team, a 2-on-2 tournament. We've got those options as well. So check out my other social medias, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at I am the Swink. I'm over on YouTube. You can find me under my name, Nick Swinky. That's NICKSWINKE. That's where you can find all the YouTube videos where I upload a bunch of Fire Pro videos. Right now, you can go up there and check out a 8-man tag team elimination match featuring the cast of 2 podcasts going at it. It is Gorilla Position, a podcast I do with my friend Steve Aarons, the Macho Ghost, if you will, and Martez Ale. It's the 4 of us taking on Talkin' Shop podcast. The stars of the recent Talkin' Shop-A-Mania 2, Rise of the Torturer, if you will, is Sex Ferguson, Chad Too Bad, Chico El Luchador, and Rocky Romero on the other side of that 8-man elimination tag team matchup, which you can go check that out on my YouTube channel. And I've been thinking about bringing back the Fire Promoter series as well. I haven't done that in a while. I canceled the last one. I erased that save. You know, there's been a lot of changes. I've updated a bunch of new wrestlers in the game since we've had some new DLC come out with new parts, the edit parts, and all that kind of stuff. You make much better wrestlers than we had before. And I've added a lot of guys to the roster. You know, AEW roster is a lot bigger now than it was before. and then I had it before in here. So I've added a lot of new wrestlers. So I might do another fire promoter. I don't know which promotion I'm going to choose, but I might do another fire promoter. Those are always fun to do. So look for more Fire Pro content. I know it's been a while since I've streamed here on Twitch, but I'm probably going to stream some more Fire Pro content on here. When I eventually get a PS5, because I don't have one yet, I might go on here maybe and stream some Spider-Man Miles Morales. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'll stream some Marvel Avengers. Maybe I'll stream... I've got that G.I. Joe game as well. I might stream that. I don't know. Kind of depends. But, yeah, I might get back into the Twitch streaming here. But this was fun. Thanks for anybody who watched. And I'll see you guys next time. Next time?